workout. So today's workout is a full body kettlebell exercise routine. We're going to have 5 exercises, so it's going to be full body. You're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds, then we're going to rest for 30 seconds. We're going to repeat the same exercise 2 more times, and then instead of 30 seconds rest, you'll get 50 seconds rest while I explain the second exercise. Okay? I haven't played music on because copyright, so get your music on and just have it quiet enough that you can hear the instructions. So, we're going to start off with a warm-up. We're going to start off by doing 8 striders with their rotation, and we're going to do 8 on each leg, okay? So, getting yourselves up in the push-up position, and off we go. We're going to bring the leg up, and rotate round, and then on the other side, and rotate round, and that is 1. Up, rotate, up, rotate. That's 2. Here we go, 6 more. Rotate, rotate. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Okay? Coming back down to all fours. The next thing we're going to do is 10 downward dog toe taps. So for this, you're going to come back up into the push-up position. You're going to be pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, heels down towards the floor. And you're going to reach for opposite foot, and you're going to bring your hips back down before pushing them back up and reaching on the other side. And we're going to do 8 of those on each side. Okay? So, coming up in this push-up position, and off we go. Reaching for the opposite toe, bringing the hips back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Okay. So hopefully you're starting feeling a bit more warmed up. We're going to start off with our first exercise. So our first exercise is going to be a very simple kettlebell swing. So for this, you're going to be bringing the kettlebell through your legs, and you're going to be using your hips to swing the weight up, okay? It's not the arms doing the lifting, it's the hips coming back and coming forward, squeezing the glutes. That's going to be propelling the kettlebell forward. So we're going to be going in 10 seconds, okay? So, picking up your kettlebell, have your legs just wider than hip width apart, and off we go. So, using those hips, swinging the kettlebell up. 20 more seconds. 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, and stopping there. Okay, 30 seconds rest. Shake the legs out if you need to. Put the weight down. And then we've got 2 more rounds of those. So going in 20 seconds. Try to get yourself ready. Remember to keep breathing. Really remember to really squeeze those glutes at the top. I'll do the next one side on. Okay, so we're going to be going in 8 seconds. So let's start to get ourselves ready. Feet just wider than hips, shoulders back. Squeeze the glute, keep the core engaged. And off we go. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Hear the breathing? Nice and consistent. Squeezing the glutes at the top of every rep. And stopping there. Weight down, okay? We have 1 more before moving into a bit of an upper body exercise. So, this one will be getting your heart rate up a little bit more. It's a little bit more cardiovascular as well. We're going to go in 15 seconds. Okay? 10. So, start picking your kettlebell up. Core engaged, shoulders back, and off we go. Last 30 seconds. If your weight was too light, you can start looking to go into an overhead swing. Keep going, about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and stopping there. Okay, you've got 50 seconds rest. Your next exercise is going to be clean and press. 3 variations. The most complex is 2 kettlebells. You're going to come down, back nice and flat. Then you're going to bring the kettlebells up to your shoulders and push overhead. Okay? That's if your kettlebells are light enough to do that. If it is too heavy to do both, we're going to go into a single arm, one alternating every time. Okay? We're going in 20 seconds. If your kettlebell is too heavy, even to lift it up, one arm at a time, you're going to pick your kettlebell up, coming up, overhead. Down, up, overhead. Okay? So we're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go for the single one at a time. So up and pushing up, overhead. Down, up, flick it back, overhead. Down, up, up. Good, keep going. 3, 2, and stopping there, okay? So we're going to do that for 2 more rounds. So, I will demonstrate the single kettlebell over press on the second exercise a bit more, just because I feel like a lot of people will be using one kettlebell for both arms. So, going in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and off we go. So up, and now there's a little jump, little throw of your kettlebell to hold it up, overhead. Keep going, 5 more seconds, and stopping there. Okay, 1 more round. All right, I'll do the double kettlebell for you guys. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but 30 seconds, okay? And then we're moving back on to some lower body work. So, going in, 10 seconds. So getting ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, remember you're bringing it up to your shoulders first, and then pushing up overhead. Three, 2, 1, great work. Okay, stopping there. Next up, we're going to go into a front rack reverse lunge. So ideally, you'll be able to take both kettlebells and rest them up on your shoulder. You're not going overhead. And we're going to go just back into reverse lunges. However, if it is too heavy, you can just go into holding a kettlebell up on your chin and just reversing back. If even that isn't comfortable for you, you can just go into swapping and reversing like so. So we're going to go in 10 seconds. I will demonstrate each of one at one point, starting off with the main version, which is the version I would like you to do if you can, which is the front rack. So off we go. Kettlebells up and dropping that back and down. We want to try and keep these elbows up and nicely to the side. Okay, you don't want them dripping down. You want to keep them nice and high. Okay, and dropping that back knee down, driving up through the heels. Okay, you got 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stopping there. Okay, if you couldn't do that variation, that's the variation you want to work towards. So we'll do the next variation, just holding our kettlebell up, okay? And just getting used to holding that weight up with our arms. So we're going to be going again in 10 seconds, okay? So, picking your weight up, going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, same principle though, dropping that back knee down, driving up through your heels. Okay. You don't need to go as low as I am and touching the knee down to the floor. However, sometimes it's just a good indication if you don't have a mirror that you are working in a full range of motion. 3, 2, and 30 seconds rest. Okay, and I will demonstrate the last version, which if you have 2 kettlebells, you can hold one in each hand, or if you have a single one, you can alternate between hands. So we're going in 15 seconds, going in 10. Okay, pick your kettlebell, going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, stepping back, and as I bring the leg forward, I swap hands. Okay. Try and keep your shoulders back. Don't let the weight pull your upper body down. Driving that knee down. And stopping there. Okay, 50 seconds rest. Right, next exercise. Bent over, and we're going to be rowing, okay? Keeping the back nice and flat, driving the elbows up. If it's too heavy to pick up both at the same time, you can alternate one or the other. And then, if you want, and it's too heavy to do both, you can just open your legs, have the one in front, and you just alternate arms each time. So I will demonstrate once again all 3, starting with the variation I'd rather you do, which is both together. So we're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, keeping that back flat, driving those elbows towards the ceiling, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay? You want feet about hip width apart. Main thing here though is your back stays flat, and that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top of every motion. 3, 2, and stopping there. Great work. Okay. So 2 more rounds of that, and we have a core exercise. So your next one I'm going to go into is going to be alternating arms. So we're going to be going in 10 seconds. So get yourselves ready. 5 seconds. So we're going to bend over, back flat, and 3, 2, 1, off we go. Alternating arms, keeping that back nice and flat. If you don't have the mobility to be all the way down to the floor, there's 2 things. You can either have something to rest your head on to help you stay bent over, or equally raise your weight on like a step or a little box, just so that you don't have to go as low. 3, 2, 1, good. And then we're going to do our last one, which is going to be, I'm just going to show, if you don't have 2 weights and you need to alternate, this is how we can do it. So, Going in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Row, place down, swap sides. Important thing here is to stay bent over, still squeezing your shoulder blades at the top, driving that elbow towards the ceiling, and just alternating arms as fast as you can. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop it there. Okay, great. And our last exercise is going to be a kettlebell dead bug. So, for this, you can either hold a weight, but you don't have to hold a weight. The idea here is you need to keep your belly button pulled into your spine and your back flat on the mat. Then your options are alternating one leg at a time, or if you want to increase the challenge, you're going to do both legs at a time. But equally, if you can do it with a weight, you can either go both arms, both legs without a weight, or body weight, one leg at a time, okay? The important thing here is to work to your ability. So I'm going to start off with the body weight version. So, just to show you, really focus on extending as much as you can, coming back, whilst keeping that belly button pulled into your core, okay? You really don't want your back to come off the floor. If your back is coming off the floor, scale it back to the one before. So in this case, it would be single leg. Okay, you've got 5 more seconds. Now after this one, I'm going to move on to the one with the weight. So stopping there. I am trying to figure out how to... So, sorry. There we go. Okay, we're going to go in 10 seconds. So, if you're holding the kettlebell, you want to hold it by the ball, thumbs resting in between the handle, and off we go. I'm going to do opposite leg, both arms, okay? Once again, the important thing here is to be able to extend as far back as possible, whilst keeping your belly button pulled into your spine and your back flat against the floor. Okay, 10 more seconds. And stopping there. We're going to rest for 30 seconds, sorry. And we've got one more set, and then you've done this full body kettlebell workout. So, we're going to be going in 15 seconds. So, get ready. Start thinking about engaging those abdominal muscles, keeping everything pulled in. Okay, we're going to be going in 5 seconds. So we're going to lift our weight up, get our legs up, belly button pulled into the spine, and off we go. Stopping there. And there you go, everybody. Great work. That is your full body kettlebell workout done.